Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to talk about how women can pick a better guy. Now, if you've been listening to my channel, you know I used to work at the Los Angeles Police Department, and I've been on tons of domestic violence calls. I've also gotten a lot of calls in my business regarding women in relationships, either dating, living with, and or married to men that they are having problems with. So when I get the phone call, I'm hearing a long list of problems that they've had in their relationships in regards to men. And maybe later I'll do a video about men picking women, but today it's about women picking men. Because when I get these calls and I get the list of everything that's going wrong in their relationship, I believe that it can all be fixed on the front end if they would pick a little bit better. Now I'm going to talk about some traits about men that women should be looking for, good and bad, that will help them make that decision. So first off, I've got about 8 things I want to list, and these are topics that women call me about, and it's some of the problems that they're having with their men under these traits. The first one, he's unreliable. So I have women call me, say he doesn't come home when he's supposed to, he doesn't show up when he's supposed to, I can't rely on him to do things for the kids, etc., etc. When you're dating a guy, is he showing up on time? Is he a reliable guy? You can look at these things on the front end and make a good determination on whether or not this is going to be a guy that you can depend on. So if he's not, it's a warning sign for you women to maybe this isn't the guy. Maybe you date him for a little bit, maybe have some fun and go places, but maybe this isn't the guy on the long-term relationship type thing if that's what you're looking for. Number 2, now this one I'm going to talk about comes up a lot in my phone calls, and it also came up a lot when I was a Los Angeles police officer and I used to answer calls, and it's drugs. Now listen, ladies, if you're dating a guy and he's smoking marijuana, he's drinking a lot, he's doing coke in the bathroom, this is going to be his first love. It's not going to be you. It's not going to be your kids. It's not going to be your house. It's not going to be making sure everything's okay at home. His first love is the drugs. You will come second, third, fourth, or fifth, or maybe even 20th, depending on the guy. Now, it's a snake when you picked it up. If a guy does drugs and you're dating him, you have to know there's going to be problems with that, because you are going to be last, not first. The third thing that I hear all the time is alcohol. Now this one I hear an awful lot. He drinks too much. We can't even go out together because when he does, he acts all crazy, sloppy, falling down, and I feel like I have to take care of him. This is a trait, ladies, that is not going to be a long-term good thing for you. Okay? So, like I said about the drugs, alcohol will be his first love. You will come second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth, or maybe not even in there at all, because the only thing he's going to really love is the alcohol. And this is going to cause a lot of problems with behaviors with this man, and it's going to cause a lot of relationship problems, because if you get in between him and his first love, which is the alcohol and or the drugs, he will start targeting you, and you will become the enemy. I talked to a guy that ran rehab centers once because I was a little bit ignorant about the drug and alcohol thing and addiction. And he said to me, and it was a very good thing he said to me, he goes, Dave, what if you had the love of your life and you loved this girl you just loved her with all your heart, and I told you you couldn't see her anymore. That's how people feel when you tell them to stop doing drugs or alcohol. And that kind of stuck in my head a little bit. Kind of makes sense. It kind of put an example of why people that do drugs and alcohol get so angry when you tell them don't do that no more, because you're telling them that they cannot see the love of their life, and they get angry at you and you become enemy number 1. That is going to cause a rift in the relationship that's not going to be repaired. Number 4, is he a selfless guy? I mean, is he generous? And I don't mean generous like give all your money away to people. I mean, like if he sees someone needs help, is he not just money? Is he a guy that lends a helping hand? Because if you're going to be with a guy and date him and he's not one of those guys, he's also not going to lend a helping hand to you. It's a personality trait. It's who you are. You can't change it. You can't develop it. It just is what it is. So make sure the guy you're dating is a selfless guy, that if you see someone who needs help, he's the one who volunteers. You know what? I'll take care of that for you. Let me help you. Small things. If he sees a woman trying to carry something and she can't pick it up, does he go over and help her? Because if he does, he's going to do the same thing to you. So it's a very important trait for a man. Number 5, which I think is the most important when a woman picks a man, is he a protector? Now, I don't mean the kind of protector that goes around beating up people, because he gets mad or sees something he doesn't like. I'm talking about the guy who stands up. Somebody says something to you that's disrespectful. Is he the first guy to go, hey, don't talk to my lady like that? That's unacceptable. You're going to have to find a guy who's a natural protector, because if he's not, it will annoy you during the relationship. And that'll be one thing you tell your friends about. He doesn't stand up for me. He's not there when I need him. And I'm not saying a woman can't protect herself, but what I am saying is the man is the protector. And if he can't do that, it will annoy you. And it will be one of the things that cause rift in your relationship. Number 6, which I think is also very important, is he a follower or is he a leader? And I'm going to tell you why this is so important. If you're a follower, then people who follow other people tend to follow a dumb thing. And you don't want your man following a dumb thing. Does he hang around groups? Is he more an independent guy? Because if a guy likes hanging around groups a lot, is he going to get led down the wrong path because he's not able to stand up and be a leader? So maybe he has a friend that, takes him, introduces him to drugs, or wants him to stay late night at strip clubs when he's married and has kids at home. If you get a guy who's a leader, he's not going to be distracted by people. He's going to lead. Very important trait. Number 7, which kind of falls under all the other ones prior to this, will he make a good father? Now listen, women probably ask, how can you tell if he's going to be a good father? I'll tell you how. Does he have nieces? Does he have nephews? How does he treat his family? Does he take that father role in instances where it's needed? This is a very important trait, because the women who call me, one of their major complaints is he doesn't do anything with the kids. He doesn't go to the school functions. He doesn't do any of those things. Well, listen, you can see these things on the front end. And if you don't see them on the front end, there'll be things that annoy you on the back end. Number 8, is he confident, and does he command a room? Listen, every man needs to be confident, not cocky, but confident about who he is and the direction he is going. Listen, if you're going to have a long-term relationship with a guy, you want him to be confident about where he is going, and if you end up getting married, where he's taking both of you. Because that is a man's job. And women need to let men take this role. Because if you don't, it'll be something that annoys you in the past. It'll be, oh, he's not, he's not, I don't feel confident about what we're doing, blah, blah, blah. Well, the reason why is because, one, women sometimes try to take it over, okay? But usually the reason why women are trying to take it over is because a man is a weak leader and they want to be led, so they start leading themselves. And the next thing you know, the man's following you. Okay, and the thing is, you don't want a man following you, because that will annoy you in the end. Now, I hope some of these things help women look at the warning signs up front so that they can pick a better partner in life, so that their life can go more smooth. My name is David Watson from Watson PI Services, helping people navigate through difficult circumstances.